social media. We're going to get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those games in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the drive-thru, Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plates. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. All right, with us is Al Ninos, Brian Bitler, Brad Francis, Jay Briggs, and Ron Zawacky. And here's how the lineup for this evening. We've got Bitler, Briggs, Francis, Ninos, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. All right. On the board tonight, 2 from the NBA, single from the NHL, and we still have 11 games here from Major League Baseball. One beginning here in just a few minutes. Let's get the show underway. Let's welcome in Brian Bitler, who always kicks us off here to start the week. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs. We'll bring in Brian Bitler here right now, ready to roll with Brian Bitler. I think he's set to go here. Brian, what's happening?
Tell you what, always great to start off Monday on the drive-thru, one of my favorite spots to be at, and along with all these all-star handicappers here, definitely excited to get things going. May has been a little bit touch and go for me off that great April, but hopefully I can catch fire starting tonight.
Yeah, let's catch fire tonight here with Brian Bitler. Here we go tonight. It's one of the bigger ones on the board tonight. NBA action tonight as Warriors and the Lakers go head-to-head. We've seen this line around 3 to open 3.5, came down to 3, and now we've seen a few hours here come down even more with the Lakers here laying 2.5, total 227.5.
Yeah, I couldn't get to a premium pick on this game, but I could get to a solid free pick. I'm going to roll here with Golden State Warriors plus the points Monday night on the drive-thru. The Warriors, definitely one of the worst cover road teams in the NBA. But this team is just so vastly talented, it's hard to imagine them going down 3-1 to the LA Lakers. I think this series definitely should go 7 games, and I don't think there's any way that this is not a one-possession game tonight. Warriors 4-0 after an ATS loss, so this team really good at bouncing back off of non-covers. And on a Monday, they're 47-23-4 against the spread. Last 74 Monday games. Also, the Lakers coming off of games where they score 125 points in their previous game or more, just 2-12 against the spread in the next game. I take the Golden State Warriors plus the points. I think they win it outright, but now it wouldn't shock me if you saw a meaningless bucket actually get us the cover here. So I'm going to take the Warriors plus the points.
All right, Brian says go Warriors plus the points here, plus 2.5 here against the Lakers. Of course, this Lakers team has looked really sharp at home. They've won all 4 playoff games, a plus 20 net rating. That's the best home court of the 16 playoff teams so far.
I think what does it for the Lakers is that tight defense. I mean, holding the Golden State Warriors to just 97 points, that is a hard thing to do. And I think you're going to see a defensive effort for both teams tonight. And it's hard for me to imagine the Lakers going up 3-1. Anything's possible as we see the Miami Heat making a run, but I think the Warriors are just too good not to get the W tonight.
All right, plus 2.5 against the Lakers. This one will have a start time here of 10 Eastern Time over on TNT. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, Brian put up some great numbers here in Major League Baseball. You can check out those numbers right there. Document over at Pick Dodge. You can verify those numbers. Just go over to Brian's handicapper page. You can see all the plays up there, fully documented up on the site. All right, Brian, we have on the board tonight, we have 2 games from the NBA. We also have as well up there action here from Major League Baseball with 11 games, hockey games. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
I tell you one solid bet you can make every single night, and that's my titanium play. I'm on a 16-7-1, 69% run on that $19 titanium play. Tonight's best bet is in Major League Baseball, where I'm on a 22-12 run in baseball, 68% winners. Also, that titanium play, a long-term 157, 110-1, 50%. So make sure you guys head on over to pickdogs.com, get my MLB titanium. Also got my NBA money shot play and an MLB Rock of Gibraltar play. All 3 is my Pound Zone 3-pack, $50. Pickdogs.com. Yesterday, just 1 and 2, but the titanium hit. So if you do one thing today, make sure you head on over and get my best bet.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the great results from Brian that he's putting up there on the site, 882 units of profit. All document over at Pick Dodge Premium. So get on board with Brian Bitler right now. Now is the time to get on board where Brian has been on fire here over at Pick Dodge Premium. So get on board with that play. And, of course, use that promo code use that promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll be able to save 15% off. All right, Brian, as always, great having the show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you again Actually, I will catch up with you again on Friday.
I'll catch you on Friday. We're going to be square dancing on Friday and get my shoes warmed up, getting the dancing shoes ready. I'll catch you at the end of the week. Keep on winning, Tom.
You indeed. Brian Bitler here on the drive to. Let's continue on here on the show, guys. We're going to bring up next up as Jay Briggs. You'll catch him over at Pick Dog Swim. Does great work for us over on the site. Catch him, of course, with the live shows here with that morning drop. You'll catch that with the NBA. And, of course, he's come back live here at, he does come back here live here at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Bring him in right now. Jay, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T? How you doing today?
Doing great. All right, here we go. Major League Baseball for tonight. We've seen a drop in this line here. Cardinals and the Cubs are going head-to-head in this one. We see the Cubs down to minus 119. The total sits here at 7.5.
Yeah, I'm taking the Cubs in this one. I'm not overcomplicating it. I'm still on the fade the Cardinals train. They did end their little losing streak they were on, but I mean it was against the Tigers. They still ended up losing that series to the Tigers, and quite honestly, I think the Cubs are playing the better baseball right now. I think they have the better pitcher on the mound, and I like this spot for the Cubs. I like what I've seen from Stroman recently. I did not like what I've seen from Miles Michaelis in his last start. I think this one is just a spot where the Cubs are at home. They've been playing the better baseball. The Cardinals are really struggling, and I think we keep targeting them. So I'm gonna take the Cubs on the money line in this one.
All right, Jay says go ahead and go with the Cubs on the money line here at minus 119 here against the Cardinals. And, how can you argue that one, right? I mean, the news coming in here is the fact that they benched Wilson Contreras to catch. The starting catcher for the Cardinals was benched. I guess he's the problem, right? So they're going to bring in Kisner here as a catcher. I don't see, again, changing catchers, how this line can go down to minus 119. It just baffles me a little bit.
No difference for me. I don't think it should have moved the line at all. But hey, if they're gonna give me better value with the Cubs, I'll take it.
All right, there you go from JJ here on the Cubs minus 119 here against the Cardinals. This one have a start time here 7:40 Eastern Time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick.com for tonight's action. Of course, lots of games on the board tonight here. As of course, Jay producing great results over the last 3 days. You can see the numbers up here. Jay has produced here 691 units of profit last 3 days over at Pick Dodge Premium. So Jay, on the board tonight, we have those 2 NBA games going off as well as one on the ice. And of course, we do have 11 games on the board from Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yes, sir. I have 2 plays for sale. I have my $19 NBA Jam Session play, which is my favorite play on the board every night. We've hit 8 of 11 on that play. We're on a nice run in the playoffs. We had a great playoff run so far, so trying to keep the momentum rolling forward in the NBA playoffs. It's my favorite play on the board. Scoop it up, $19. And we got the $25 MLB play of the day. We've had a great start to the MLB season. Just trying to keep it rolling. So you can hop on that play as well, or hop on something long term, and I can help you put some money in your pockets over an extended period of time, or pair me up 2-for-1 capper special with some of the other great guys we have here at Big Dogs.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the great results here that Jay has put together over the last 30 days, so go ahead and get on board. Remember, the one-day passes are credit guarantee, meaning they must turn a profit. The amount you purchase is credit back to your account for side credits. That is credit guarantee. Of course, the long-term passes are great value right now. You want to try out Jay for 7 days. Go over to all of Jay's plays for 7 days. Baseball, NBA, NHL here with that 7-day pass. Pick is a promo code. You'll save 15% off. All right, Jay, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow. But let everybody know about your video series here over at Pick Dog. You go with the morning drop from the NBA, then you go live at 4 Eastern.
Yes, sir. So I drop in the morning I run through the NBA card in the morning, and then I come back in the evening as I bring on a guest, and we run it through it one more time. So just love chatting hoops, love chatting the NBA. It's the greatest time to be alive, NBA playoffs. So we're just trying to continue making money there. So come spend some time with me on both of those shows, man, and let's continue making money.
That's right, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications, so when Jay drops that NBA video in the morning or he's live, you're there with him. Get the best numbers. All right, Jay, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Yes, sir, Tony T. I'll see you tomorrow.
You got a Jay Briggs here on the drive-thru. Guys, you missed a pick. We're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Up next is Brad Francis. You'll catch him over at Pick Dog Swim. Hope you catch the video series, the live show that Brad does with Mills when there's UFC cards. They usually come on live right after the morning show. We'll bring in Brad in right now. I think we're ready to roll here with Brad Francis. Let's see, we get Brad ready to roll. Brad, what's happening?
Hey, what's up, Tony? How we doing today?
Doing awesome. All right, here we go. We go to the NBA here. Game one of this doubleheader features the Knicks and the Heat. We just saw something move here. Looks like the money line moving up a little bit on the Heat here. These are live lines coming in from the sharpest book in the world. Heat here, favorite here, -4.5. Total sits here 209.5.
Yeah, I got to roll with the Heat here. I actually love them in this spot. I mean, this Heat team does not look like an 8 seed at all. They're 7-1 ATS in the postseason so far and are undefeated at home during this postseason as well. Jimmy Butler, I mean, he's just a whole new player in the playoffs as he just consistently plays good games. I think he is questionable for this one, but I'm expecting him to play. If he doesn't, I'll probably stay away. But we're expecting Jimmy to get the go ahead tonight. And I mean, guys like Bam Adebayo playing great defense against Julius Randle. I just think this is an awful matchup for the Knicks. And after watching that game 3, I don't see how they keep up with this Heat team, especially the way they're playing at home. So I'm very comfortable taking the Heat laying the points here.
All right, Brad says go ahead and take the Heat, lay the 4. How can you argue that here? Where the Heat's been shooting and how poorly the Knicks shot. Remember, the Knicks shot poorly in that first series against Cleveland. I think Cleveland and I think New York was like 17th, Cleveland about 16th in shooting, and the bad shooting continues here in this series here for the Knicks as they just kind of got run out there.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like the Knicks, they could play some good basketball against a team who are a little less gritty than the Heat or play, not great defense. But this Heat team, it's hard to score on them, and that the Knicks offense really isn't that explosive as well. So, like I said, I just think it's a bad matchup all around.
All right, we got Brad here on the Heat to lay the 4.5 here against the New York Knicks. This one to have a start time 7:30 Eastern time over on TNT. All right, Brad, let's take a look over at Pick Dodgement for tonight's action. Of course, tonight we have 10 games on the board here for Major League Baseball. We got one started already. 1 on the ice, 2 on the board from the NBA. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
I got a 3-pack up there. I actually love today's slate, but kept it short. I got my 2 favorite plays in the NBA, and then I also got my favorite play in the MLB. So go check that on the site. It's a great time to also get the 7-day, get the whole week of sports picks. I mean, it's going to be a good week as the NBA playoffs continue to heat up, NHL, MLB. So great time to join the long-term pass.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Brad Francis over at Pick Dodge Premium. Long-term pass is the way to go, although Brad does have a 3-pack up there. But again, we talked about here on a Monday, it's great to get that 7-day pass. Try out Brad for 7 days. All his plays here, NBA as well as MLB, NHL. And of course, if he gets action in UFC, that's also part of it. And use that promo code PICK at checkout. That will save you 15% off. Right, Brad, as always, a great having your show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again on Friday. But let everybody know, is there a UFC card coming up this week?
Yep, got another UFC card coming this week. So expect Thursday or Saturday. It's been Saturday the last couple of weeks, but I know Mills comes on the drive-through before Thursday, so we'll have a better idea once he comes on.
All right, guys, so make sure you tune in. And when on Mills' segment, we'll find out the date that day they drop that live video show. Make sure you like and subscribe. So when Brad and Mills are live with their UFC picks, you're live with them. Get the plays in real time to get the best numbers because these numbers move in UFC. All right, Brad, what'd you think about the main event there in the UFC?
It was good. I personally love the card. I mean, I took Aljamain Sterling. I placed a pretty hefty wager on him, so I was very happy that he won that fight.
Yeah, I wasn't questioned. I thought he won the fight myself. Even looking at the last round, yeah, I was didn't surprise me.
It was close, but I thought he won it, so I was happy with it.
You got it. All right, Brad, have yourself a great night, and we'll catch up with you again on Friday.
All right. Thank you, Tony. Have a good night.
You got it. Brad Francis here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you missed a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Up next is Al Ninos. You can catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also contributor to the weekends on the morning show. We'll bring Al Ninos in right now. I think we're ready to roll here with Al Ninos. Let's see if he's set to roll here. Al Ninos, ready to go. Al, what's happening?
Oh, pretty good. How are you doing, Tony?
Doing great. All right, here we go. Major League Baseball in the division here. So division here as in the AL as White Sox here on the road against the Royals here. With Chicago here laying -125, total of 8.5.
Yeah, surprised to see this line drop a little bit. The White Sox opened slightly bigger favorites than this, and I thought I would see money pouring in on them all day. I know Dylan Cease hasn't been as sharp as we've seen him be in the past, but I still think he has the better lineup backing him up. The Royals have been competitive, competing for the worst team in the league with the A's. That's about what all the competition we're getting out of them lately. And I think the White Sox, while they've seen their fair share of struggles too, getting healthier and looking much better lately. So I think we're laying a very reasonable number here. And Greinke on the other side hasn't been doing anything amazing either on the other side. So yeah, I really like the White Sox in this spot to stay hot.
All right, Al Ninos says go White Sox here, minus 123 here against the KC Royals. Of course, this White Sox batting lineup has just been pretty hot here. I think there's a couple things in play here, Al Ninos, why we've seen the line the way it is, and I'm with you. I kind of agree with you on the side, but I think what's happening here is a couple of things. People are looking at that White Sox bullpen, which is about as bad as Royals, and also, too, Greinke has been pretty good at home. When you look at his home numbers, remember, he has 4 starts at home, 22, almost 23 innings, ERA under 3, whip of just 1.03. I think they're looking at Greinke's home splits. But this is a pitcher that goes about 5 innings, so then you're going to have to endure almost 4 innings of relief when Greinke's on the hill.
Yeah, again, the White Sox, their pitching was mainly giving up a lot of home runs has been one of their biggest concerns. And again, not facing the toughest lineup today, so won't have to worry about that too much. And yeah, as far as Greinke's numbers at home, that's great. But again, he's not going to be able to score many runs for his team. And the Royals, as bad as they've been overall, just 3-16 at home, so even worse at home. And while those numbers, of course, should improve throughout the season, I just don't think they improved tonight.
We are starting to see some warmer weather in the Midwest here. 82 degrees here at game time, and we saw those White Sox bats in play against Cincinnati. So Al Ninos is going to roll here with this White Sox team, minus 123 here against the Royals. This one will have a start time here of 7:40 Eastern time. All right, Al Ninos, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, on the board tonight, we have 2 from the NBA. We have still 10 to go here from Major League Baseball. There is a really good hockey game on the board here, single game on the board as well, showing good results here in Major League Baseball for this season. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I got 2 plays in the MLB and my best bet in the NBA as well. So you can get them all individually or grab a long-term or a 2-for-1 capper special to get all the plays that way.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Al Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the great results here from Al here in baseball, so good time to get on board with Al. Don't forget the promo code PICK at checkout will save you 15% off if you want to go from the long term 3, 7, or 3rd day All Sports Pass. Get all of your premium plays from Al Ninos for that period of time you select. When you go over to his handicapper page and you make that purchase, remember the promo code PICK at checkout will save you 15% off. All right, Al, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Or in a minute. Whichever comes first.
Oh, that's right. We got you. That's right. We'll cut you here in the recap in a little bit. Al Ninos here on the drive through. Guys, reminder, if you miss a pick, we'll do a recap at the end of the show. Al Ninos will help us out with that. Let's continue on here on the drive through. Let's go ahead and welcome in Rod Zawacky. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring Rod in. He's been good to us here on the show. I think we're ready to roll here with Rod Zawacky. Let's bring him in right now. Rod, what's happening?
No, not too much. Just had a thunderstorm roll through here. It's like a little off for me. I wasn't ready for a thunderstorm to roll through here. It's not norm for me. So it's kind of be scary what we're gonna get this summer.
Goodness. Well, the snow's all melted now, so right.
Oh yeah, and some places there's still some spots of snow around, but this weather's nuts. It was like 30. It was like 85 degrees. Dropped down to like 11, and then now it's bumped up a little, and now we're getting a thunderstorm. It's like craziness.
Wow. Craziness indeed. All right, here. Speaking of craziness, Giants the favorite here, and I guess the Nationals. Usually, I'm gonna say crazy because look at this big number here. Because the Giants have had their struggles, but they've had a pretty good homestand as well. The last 2 home series have shown promise for this Giants team that they can turn it around. But we have the Nationals here on the road here. We see the line here: Giants minus 212. Total sits here 8.5.
Yeah, there's a big giant price on the Giants. I definitely lean to the Giants in this one, but you'd have to be chasing a run line, and I don't want to be chasing no run line here. Desclafani gets a start for the Giants, and he's off to a good start of the season. 3-1 with a 2.13 ERA and a .82 WHIP. So he's definitely been pitching really well for this Giants team. And on the other side of the ball, the Nationals sent Jake Urban going to get his second start. His first start, he only went 4.1 innings. And over those 4 innings, got a 2.08 ERA. He got a couple walks. Concerns me a little, but he struck out some guys and looked not bad, like a serviceable pitcher, which I think he improves off of his first start and gets even better than what we've seen in that first start. I think he a little more control, cleans up them walks a little, and goes a solid 5 innings here. I'm going to go with the under 8.5. I think runs come a little bit more at a premium in this one. The Nats 17-6-3 to the under in their last 26 in game 1 of a series. You look at the Giants 7-2-1 to the under in their last 10 versus the NL East. Giants 4-1 to the under in their last 5 home games versus a team with a losing record. Also head to head 33-16-2 in the last 51 meetings to the under between these two. I think 8.5 is just too many runs. Might be a little one-sided in this one because I think the Giants do win this game. But I'm going to go with the under 8.5 is the better play.
All right, we got Rod here going Giants and Nationals going under total here of 8.5 runs. Of course, Irvin, so a 2018 draft pick, so some of these pitchers are moving up here quickly into the major leagues here as we're seeing that these velocities are pretty strong. Irvin in that one start, good ERA so far, and of course with DeSclafani the same, and DeSclafani 2 years ago really pounded the Nationals twice in 2021, no runs allowed in 15 innings, so he did pitch well. It was a totally different look for that Nationals team back in 2021 than they are now, obviously, but
definitely.
The thing is, what we're seeing here is just so far, we'll see how long it can last over the past 5 games, this San Francisco bullpen with an ERA about 1 and change here.
Yeah, right. The bullpen for the Giants has definitely been a bright spot for them over the last few, which is what they needed if they want to really turn their season around. They definitely needed that the bullpen to come back down in 1.46 over the last 5. Yeah, you can't complain about that at all, and that's the reason why they've turned things around and been winning. So that's why I like the under here. That bullpen to continue things late after DeSclafani hands the ball over to them. Giants might score 5 themselves, but I think the Nationals will be lucky to get 1 or 2 in this one.
All right, there you go. The under 8.5. Of course, we got Rod. Rod's always been good to us. You know what's coming up next from Rod. You know what's coming up next, and of course it's the Golden Knights and the Oilers tonight here in this big one in Edmonton. Of course, that's everyone's getting excited about out there your way, Rod. Of course, we're seeing here in this one the Oilers here, big favorites here, minus 182 with a total here of 7 goals.
And look at this one. You see what the Oilers did in game number 2, and it was scoring pucks and lots of fists. So it was skating and fists. It was like bat, bat, bat. Vegas tried to get a little bit dirty and do a little bit of funking around, is what I heard. And that didn't go over so well. The Oilers are not the same Oilers pushover team. The team stuck together and got gritty and pushed back and said, we're not having any of that. And now you got to come home here to the Oilers' den where they play. Tough spot here for the Golden Knights. You know what I'm going with. I'm going to go with the Oilers. They're going to take the 2-1 series lead here. The Golden Knights just want to keep handing the Oilers power plays. They've given them 9 in the first 2 games, and the Oilers have converted on those power plays and scored 5 power play goals. So if the Knights want to play dirty and keep taking the penalties, the Oilers will be gladly taking the power plays and scoring the goals and getting the wins. So only one way to go here, and I'm going to take the Oilers. I think this is a beatdown. What do they call it when they kick the snot out of the other team? Oh, yeah, boat race. Boat race.
Boat racing. He's got the boat race. All right, so maybe a little puck line action there, huh? Maybe.
Sure, I would take that. I think the Oilers, we put up 5-1. I think we can easily win by 2 goals again. So, boat race.
The thing with this Oilers, they have scored. This is the playoffs. They have scored 5 goals or greater in 4 of their past 5 playoff games.
Right? This offense is just clicking on all cylinders. And then look what we did last game. We played awful in that first game. And you know me, I've been trying to fade this Golden Knights team, waiting for a regression to show since the All-Star break, and the goalies just keep stepping up. Not here. They got to Brissois. I don't even care if they put Aiden Hill in for this one for the Knights. He's going to get peppered just as much as Brissois is. It's going to be shots early and often. That crowd's going to be going nuts if the Knights don't score first. Woohoo! It's going to be 8-0 before you turn around and look at what happened in this one. So I think huge regression for the Golden Knights. They've been been getting wins on borrowed time with the goalie situation. Might see quick.
Might see quick. We'll see quick and garbage time. That's probably what we'll see garbage time. So,
the other rumors I've heard is like we better get Phil Kessel. He's been a healthy scratch. He's been eating hot dogs over here. We need some goals. So it could be coming. It's going to get worse and worse as it goes along. As the Golden Knights are going to. Their offense isn't as good as the Oilers.
No, not at all. And one thing about the Oilers is they have accuracy when they shoot on goal. You know.
Oh yeah, they've been that power play is hitting it over 50%. Like I said, you want to keep giving them the power. They gave them 3 in the first game. In the first game, we scored 2 goals, and then you want to come out and give them 6 the next game. Yeah, we scored 3 more on you. So hitting at that pretty over a 50% clip on the power play. Not a team you want to do the power play.
Not at all. All right, he's high on the.
And if that doesn't work, the Vegas power play is even worse. Because look, we can score shorthanded on you as well, like McDavid did last game.
That's right, no doubt. All right, so Rod on the Oilers here, and also with this show pick here, Giants Nationals under total of 8.5 runs in tonight's action. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Of course, still 10 games on the board here from Major League Baseball. We have 2 from the NBA. We know what he likes on the ice. And, of course, great results from Rod Zawacky over the past 30 days. You see it there, 624 units of profit. All documented over at Pick Dogs for him, so you can verify that just by going to Rod's handicapper page. Go down to the pick history, and you'll be able to see every play that Rod has released there on the site. It's there for you to check out. All right, Rod, what do you have going on over at the site?
And over at Pick Dogs Premium, you can grab my Money Monday triple. We'll give you MLB home runs and my $19 NHL sniper play. Or if you just want my hockey play, you get my $19 NHL sniper play. 19-9 in the last 28 of those. Definitely been rolling in these NHL playoffs. So let's come up with something long term. Lots of NHL playoffs left the rest of this week. And we still got 2 more rounds of the NHL playoffs. So jump aboard. Join me long term. As you can see, we're making money. We'll continue to pound the bookies and put some cash in our pockets. So join me. Be happy to join you. Have you come aboard with me and let's put some money in your pocket.
Put some money indeed. Get on board here with Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dogs. You see the great results over the last 30 days. So get on board with Rod Zawacky. He does have that $19 sniper up there. And get on board with Rod's long-term pass, anywhere from 3 days to up to a year of service from Rod. Pick as a promo code. You'll save 15% off at checkout. All right, Rod, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. We're going to catch up with you here tomorrow. But, of course, you contribute a lot over at Pick Dogs. We catch you with the Puck Dogs video series that you and Chris with those videos come out from the NHL playoffs. And, of course, the morning show at 10 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, definitely tune into the morning show. Always a good time. The 3 of us are back, me, Mitch, and Chris. Chris is back from his cruise. So definitely, we had a good time this morning. And got a little leaf bashy, but that's okay. They deserve it. They're down north. They deserve a little bashing. So. And then also subscribe. That way you get notified when those Puck Dogs videos are released. And Chris absolutely loves shooting, so definitely check those out. 3 games tomorrow, so those videos will be released soon. And we did a little parlay to throw in there as well. So check those out. Smash that like button. Costs you nothing. Helps us out a ton. Hey, if we get to 50 likes here. We'll give you a bonus play tomorrow as well. There
you go. Bonus play tomorrow here from Rod Zawacky. Let's get those likes to 50 here for the rest of the show. All right, Rod, have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you here on the drive-thru tomorrow.
Yeah, well, you have yourself a good evening too, Tony, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Rod Zawacky here on the drive-thru. Guys, reminder, if you miss a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Now it's time for my pick, so let me get my game information up for you right now. Look at this Dodger-Brewer game tonight. We see the Brewers are favored in this one here at minus 118, but we're going to be on the Dodgers here, plus 109 here against this Milwaukee Brewers team. We're seeing some improvement here from this Dodgers, right? They're looking a little better. I was impressed with how they fought in that Padres series. I wasn't really high on them going into that Padres series, but they were able to get through it. Got that big victory there, of course, in the clutch. And, of course, tonight we're looking at Tony Gonsolin, the starter here for the LA Dodgers. But just let me make sure that he's still in there, because you never know. I always like to make sure there's no change. Nope, Gonsolin is in there. And we got Betts, Freeman, Hayward, Muncy, Outman, Peralta, Bush, Rojas, and Barnes is your is your lineup here for LA. And Gonsolin, so last year put up some good numbers. Remember, he missed the first part of the season with that ankle injury. In 2 starts this season, he has allowed 2 earned runs with 4 strikeouts in 8 innings. Freddie Peralta will be the starter. ERA 3.63. Good strikeout percentage. But look at the issue here is that with the Brewers hitting over their past. Brewers over the past 10 games hitting just 207 here against right-handers, and their bullpen has an ERA over 5 over that period of time. So right now they're not trending very well. So we'll take the Dodgers here with plus money, plus 109. Boy, we've seen a lot of plus on the Dodgers now, right? Hadn't been that way for a few years, but a lot of plus on the Dodgers. We'll look here, Dodgers plus 109 against the Brewers. This one to have a start time here, 7:40 Eastern time. Guys, go over, check out Pick Dodge Premium right now. Over there, I got 4 premium plays. I got a best bet here for Major League Baseball, as well as a 3-pack with 2 NBA, as well as a play for Major League Baseball in that 3-pack. So go ahead and get signed up for that. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. That's even greater value there. All right, let's continue on. Let's get a quick peek at the scoreboard before we get underway. Limited games right now, as you would expect here on today, but we do have one in progress here. Guardians have put one across here on the Tigers, 1-0 Guardians as we head into the bottom of the second inning. So we already got through an inning and a half very quickly in this game. Total of 8 here, 1-0 Guardians as we go to the bottom of the second in this one. Of course, the rest of the action comes in a little afternoon here, a few minutes away from the start of the Rockies and Pirates. So last call on this one. You better get down on this one if you want to get in. Pirates still holding 170. And, of course, we got top of the first here. Rays and Orioles have already started here. The Rays closed as minus 184 favorites in this one. And, of course, that's still top of the hour. That leads us to the top of the hour. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. You got my pick. So let's go ahead and let's get to the recap. Al Ninos should help us out with this one. We got Al Ninos to help us out with the recap. All right, Al, here we go with the recap. We got started here with Brian. He liked the Warriors plus the 2.5 against the Lakers. Jay was on the Cubs, laid the minus 119 against the Cardinals. Brad was on the Heat, laid the 4.5 against the Knicks. Al Ninos, White Sox, minus 123 against the Royals. Rod, Giants, Nationals, under 8.5. I'll be on the Dodgers, plus 109 against the Brewers. All right, Al, then your pick. Which one do you like the best?
Well, I'll go with the Cubs here.
You and me both. Again, I'm not falling for that catcher change going to make an difference. Michael has had really struggles on the road, and we'll go with this Cubs as well, minus 119 against the struggling Cardinals. All right, that'll do it here for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you guys tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place, and they'll give it their plays for you in real time. So make sure you guys tune in and make sure you like, subscribe, and set notifications. Be live with us on the show. Get the plays in real time. Get the best numbers. And, of course, don't forget also all the video series here, the morning show at 10 a.m. Eastern time. You got Mitch, you got Rodney, you got Chris. Also, Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. We have the betting tools show as well. Mitch's Nerfies. We got Mike Davis with his first 5, as well as his prize picks up there. Also, Nick with his Nerfies and your fees as well up there. So lots of content here on the show. And don't forget also Ron Romanelli with his Major League Baseball breakdown, a pick from every game on the board. Jay's Jam session with his NBA video drop in the morning. And of course, he goes live at 4 p.m. Eastern time with one of your cappers on there, live with him from the site, from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. And of course, Brad and Mills with their UFC show. And of course, lots more shows coming up here over on Pick Dogs, guys. So make sure you guys like and subscribe and set notifications so you're right on and board with all the video drops here. Lots of videos here as well on the channel. All right, that's going to do it for our show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight. Wait, goodbye to you guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. Look at the lower right.